and welcome. My name is Abby. This is Craft Studio. So glad you could join me today. I wanted to share some of the things that I've been working on. I do have a finished object to share with you, and I have a book to share with you. I have a pattern to show, and we have some fun stuff. So stick around. I think it's going to be fun. Got my coffee. Do you have yours? I just want to start off first of all by saying I love technology. I plugged in my, I turned my camera on and plugged in my little microphone and, opened the lens cap and all ready to film. And all of a sudden my camera pops up this little message that says it cannot communicate with this battery pack. Continue using this battery pack? And I'm thinking to myself, well, you've used it all this time. I know the battery's charged, so what's the problem? So I turned the camera off and turned it back on, thinking that would reset whatever the problem was, and the message came up again. So I plugged it in, and it's happy now. So hopefully that took care of whatever the problem was. I didn't do anything to it. The battery's there. The battery is charged. It's on the camera. I don't understand why it cannot communicate with it. Oh well, okay. So how are you guys doing? How's it going? Well, we've got lots going on here. And I am filming early in the morning. It's kind of a cloudy day today, but the weather has finally cooled off just a little bit. And we had a storm come through last night, and so I slept really well last night. When it's hot, we just don't sleep that well. We don't have central air, and so we use fans. So in the really bad heat, it's hard to sleep. It really is hard to sleep. But anyway, so I slept very well last night. And I've got to work later today, and got to take the kids and run some errands. So I thought I would do my filming early this morning. So here we are. Thank you for joining me. And I've got got my little Annie doll there. Okay, so what can I share with you first? First of all, the quilt. I thought I would talk a little bit about the progress on the family heirloom quilt that I am wanting to repair and restore. If you saw my last video, I shared about that. So what I have done so far, I laid it out on our bed, and I did as I said I was going to do. I carefully, because it's an antique, here it is, carefully cut the backing completely off. I'm not going to be able to salvage it. I'm going to have to put on a new backing. So all of these little ties here, I had to snip through those, which did take some time, and I had to take several breaks. I'm trying to be careful as I go. And then I trimmed the binding or the border or whatever all the way around, trimmed that off. And I was then able to take the fabric. It was not batting in the middle, it was just a very large piece of fabric kind of folded in two. Took that out. So what I have now, this is just the quilt top, and And you can see, I'm trying to be so careful because it's so very delicate. But you can kind of see now a little bit better. Well, I can see where I need to, what I need to repair, what I need to replace, the holes I need to fill in. So this is the quilt top. Okay, this is the quilt top. So as you can see, yes, I have my work cut out for me, and it's a big piece. Yeah. So that's what I've done so far. I'm going to put a new backing on it. I'm going to put new batting in the middle, and so that is what I have done so far. Like I said, this is going to be a big project. It may take me some time, but I am doing that, and I'm excited about it. And oh goodness gracious, I get covered in dust now and fuzzies. Anyway, so that is one thing. I'm a little bit afraid to wash it because the fabric is so thin and it's falling apart. I'm just really afraid to wash it until I repair it. And also, one of the videos I watched on how to restore and repair old quilts, it says to put it basically in a big tub of soap and let it soak, kind of like how you wash handmade socks. You do not put it in the washer and let it agitate, and because it might rip the fabric or put more stress on already worn fabric, and you might get more holes. So it said to put it in a tub of water, let it soak, and then wring it out as best you can, and then hang it up to dry, maybe outside. So I think that's what I will try to do. I'm sorry, I'm just covered in dust. Thankfully you can't see it. Didn't realize how dusty that thing was. So yes, that is what I have gotten done so far on the family heirloom quilt. Okay, the other thing I wanted to share with you is a finished object. The head's a little floppy. This is my sea turtle. This is Toby the sea turtle, and I finally finished this little project. There's the back. Isn't he cute? And his little fins I thought were so cute. He is a cute little guy. I really think he is. I didn't do too well on the face. I think I could have done better, but I just gave him a real simple smile with some yarn, and I put in the safety eyes. Yeah, so, but this is the pattern for the sea turtle pillow, but I made it smaller. This is quite a bit smaller than it was it was from the Crochet World magazine. It's supposed to be quite large, but I made it smaller just so it could be like a little toy. So yeah, my daughters have already been playing with it. But anyway, this is Toby the sea turtle, and I just think he turned out really super cute. So for the shell, I used the Red Heart Super Saver Ombre colorway Seaside, and then for his head and fins, I used this really pretty yarn by Willow Yarns, Glacier, and the colorway is Sediment. It is 50% wool, 25% acrylic, and 25% nylon. This is a number 4 weight, so it's the same as this, but it's very soft and silky, and I really liked the colors, the kind of the neutral tones. since the shell was so bright and colorful, I thought his fins and little head could use the would look better using some neutral tones. So there he is, Toby. There he is. And after I finished him, I kind of wondered why I didn't put the face up here. So even when he's laying on his tummy, he can be looking out. But because it was meant to be a pillow in the pattern, it did not give directions on where to put the eyes and the mouth. So I just kind of, well, this is the back, this is the front. If he's facing the front, he can look out. So I just did that. But looking at other sea turtle patterns, because I kind of wanted to make a smaller one, like a little baby one. So I was looking on Etsy for other crochet patterns for sea turtles that were a little bit smaller, and a lot of them have the face like right here on the front. So whether they're laying on their stomach or their back, they can look out. And I was like, oh, I should have done that. Oh well. It's still okay. He's still cute. So yes, this is Toby, our little sea turtle. And I don't have room for him on my shelf back here. Now he can wave at everybody. Are you okay, Halcyon? You okay? Alright. There we go. Okay. Put that yarn there. Okay. So that's that. Alright. So the other thing I've been working on, my vintage granny, I have been weaving in all the ends. So I've been taking the blocks that I've already finished, and I've just been weaving in all the ends. I had really been avoiding all that, and I finally decided, Abby, you need to do that. You need to just sit down and weave in all the ends. So that is what I've been doing, weaving in ends. And let me tell you, I got so tired of doing that. And I still have more to do. I don't know how many more I need to do. I made several blocks, so I had a good stack of blocks. But now I just need to weave in all the ends. So this is what I still have to weave in. And then I did get pretty, this is all the centers I have now. Remember, this basket was almost full of centers, and this is all I have left now. So I made quite a few blocks. So, and then I need to start making more centers again. So yeah, that's all I have left. And then I also, on the little strip I already put together, I went through and weaved in all the ends there too. So, picking off hairs and lint. So yeah, I weaved in all the ends on my strip that I made. And the blocks, this is my stack of blocks I already weaved in. I can go ahead and add these on to my strip, since already weaved in. But yeah, I weaved in all the ends there. The only ends that I left are the ones for the seaming. I left that out. But that's what I've been working on with that. So I have been working on that. So that is good. That is progress. Let me put that there. Oh, I wanted to share a book with you really fast. I've been wanting to learn how to make sourdough bread. I've always loved sourdough bread, and so has my husband. It's one of our favorite breads. And yes, I can buy it at the store, but I really want to learn how to make my own. And I happened to come across this book, and so I picked it up, and I'm going to give it a try. So, if you are interested in following and seeing how this goes, I will be doing this soon. And I was really excited about all the different recipes that are in here as I looked through it. And So it gives the recipe for the starter, and then recipes to use it in all kinds of different things once you have the starter and you're ready to bake. So I'm very excited, very excited about that. So that is by Eric Rush and Melissa Johnson. And this is a fairly new book, actually. I didn't think it was, but yeah, I think it just came out in 2020. Yes, so 2 years ago. So it's fairly new. But anyway, very good book. Very excited. All right. What was the other thing I was going to talk about? Oh, so my Hexi Puffs. So these are the Hexi Puffs that I have been putting together and making. You probably saw that in the intro. This is another project that I recently started, and my dilemma right now, because even though it's fairly closed, I'm afraid that the polyfill that's in the middle to make it kind of squishy and like a pillow, I'm afraid it'll come out of the holes there. So I'm wondering if I could put some, make like a fabric pillow with scraps of fabric, put the polyfill in there, sew it around, and then stuff it into my little hexagons here. So it'd make it like a puff quilt, but it'd be crochet. So I stumbled upon this. Actually, it was a knit Hexi Puff Afghan pattern on Etsy, and I just fell in love with it right away, and I wanted to give it a try. So I got the pattern and I tried it. I even watched the tutorial. I could not get it. I could not get the knit Hexi Puff. I just could not do it. So I decided to try crochet. Now, in the pattern I'm using, I found this on Etsy. This is the Hexagon Baby Blanket pattern. This is by Deborah O'Leary. I highly recommend this pattern. She uses a 4mm hook. I used a 5, so I could make these smaller, and it would make the stitches, you know, tighter and maybe decrease the size of the spaces there between the stitches. So I may try that. That may be another option, but I don't know if it would take care of the problem completely. And it would be more time, you know, because you have to crochet the front, then you crochet the back, then you stitch it together, and then you so yeah, it would be a time-consuming project to make this quilt, but I really like it. I'm really wanting to try it, and so that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. If you have any suggestions or any ideas for me, please let me know in the comments below. I would appreciate that. So yeah, I think that's all I have to share with you today. It's not much, but that's what I've been doing lately. I think that's all, yeah. So I hope you guys have a great week. Oh, my kids are starting school next week, so our schedule is going to change drastically. But I'm looking forward to cooler weather. I love fall. I love baking. I have missed baking so much. As I said earlier, we don't have central air, so it gets very hot in our home when it is when the temperatures are high. Even though we have lots of shade and fans, you know, we cope as best we can. But I just cannot use the oven. It just heats up the whole house and just makes it way too hot. So I really miss baking. You know, I love to bake. So I'm really looking forward to the cooler weather where I can bake and make bread, and I want to make soup. I love soups. I love soups. Can I just say that enough? I love making soup. So soup and bread, and sweetbreads and muffins and cookies, and so I'm really looking forward to cooler weather, fall, and being able to use my oven again. I mean, we use it if I have to, but we just prefer not to on the days when it gets really hot. I mean, with the heat index, we got up to 105 one day. So, and we have humidity, so it's really, anyway, so that is what I'm looking forward to. That is what I'm looking forward to. So, I hope you all are doing well. Like I said, I hope you have a good rest of your week. God bless. Take care. I will see you in the next video as soon as I can do that. Okay, bye guys.